Hey you under note, my name is Naviya Samerjai. Today I will introduce you the best bar in Bangkok which called Mikkeller. Mikkeller is originated from Denmark and they have style and uniqueness to impress all visitors. They provide many choices for customers as they have more than 100 kinds of beer. The beer bar had been introduced beer geek breakfast that out coffee in French play style. This menu got many awards and considered to be one of the signature menu. Then my friend will tell you further about Mikkeller.
With Mr. Jacob and Mr. Dan about Mikkeller Bangkok Bar, and they are willing to share us about his ideas and experience about this bar. So let's start with the first questions. How did you get your idea or concept for the business?
Well, in many ways you can say we didn't, because this is not the first Mikkeller bar. Mikkeller is a company based in Copenhagen, and they've been around since 2006, I believe. This was the second bar outside Denmark. We had San Francisco, and then this came as a second bar. And today we have 37 bars around the world. So you say as a concept, it's not something I came up with. It's a guy in Copenhagen, a good friend of ours, who came up with it. We just thought it would be a really good idea to take this concept and bring it to Thailand, because we believed it would fit well with the market and the people.
Okay. And what made you choose this type of business?
Again, I come from a background in beer, and I was importing beers, and I was working with Mikkeller, who had bars outside the country. And you can say the business it kind of just came naturally, that we saw that Thailand needed something like this. There was a demand for something like this, but no one did it. And at the same time, we had a concept that was proven to work in Denmark and in San Francisco. So why not try and take this concept and move it to Thailand? So it's not like a lot of the business we're in, we don't choose. It's just kind of, we sit down, have a couple of beers, and things happen.
I think even with how the upstairs came about, it was very fluid in a way where we didn't come with a direct business plan, but then I knew what he's good at and I knew what I was good at. Then we let that kind of decide how the concept was going to happen. So then I can cook food, but it's fine dining, always with wine pairing. But then he has awesome beers. So then we tasted the beer and then we said, let's go pair it with beer. And then we saw the space, and that kind of directed how we're gonna do the service, how many people we're gonna serve a night. So it was very fluid development.
Okay. And what is your management style?
I think, I don't know what to put a name on it, but we're trying to do very much the way that other Mikkeller bars are run, where it's how, I don't know if you can say Danish or Scandinavian management style, but kind of just trust people and believe that they do their best. I don't want to be one of those who like hire people just to monitor other people. I know it's quite common in this part of the world that you have a large hierarchy where a lot of the staff pretty much just look after other staff. We believe in getting the right staff, and then show them that they're in charge of their own every day. And as long as you do that, they have a much more freedom than you would have in a lot of other companies. But on the other hand, you also have much less everyday do. So it's very much, if you're an independent person and you can take charge of your own time, it's the perfect place to work. If you need someone one step above you to sit and tell you every minute what to do, this is not, we don't want people like that. And I think the kitchen might be a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, the big picture, the concept is the same, where we don't want to micromanage. We want our staff to take ownership of this place. And I think kitchen, as a owner, I have to be more hands-on because there's a lot more things happening and a lot more moving parts. So I'll be more of a working manager or owner, I guess. And then we want to make sure we're teaching not to just tell them what to do, but then why, and then to build future leaders. And then eventually, so I can retire and let them run the place, and I can just drink beer on the beach. That's the final goal.
Okay. And can you tell us how you become interested in this business?
See, that's quite different for the two of us. It's you in
Yeah.
food and I'm in beverage. I know this is going to sound stupid, but I've always liked beer. I come from Denmark, which is a beer
That's
culture.
not stupid at all.
No, beer is something, of course, everybody likes. I'm from Denmark, which is a beer culture. We had a lot of shitty beers. We had a lot of really, really bad breweries, similar to, not bad, but boring. Like we had Carlsberg, and I don't know if you know them. A bit like Thailand now have Chang, Sing, Leo, Asahi. It's not the most exciting beer culture. Then when I started drinking in the late 90s, all the microbreweries came along, and suddenly I don't have to drink Carlsberg all the time. I could try all these new beers, and some of them were great, and some of them were not, but they were all different. So that trend happened in Denmark at the same time that I started to consume alcohol. So I think it was just a natural way to get interested in beer, interested in flavor. What is beer? What can beer be? Instead of stereotyping beer and say beer is yellow, fizzy water that tastes like very little, drink it ice cold on the beach, because that's not what we're all about. And from then on, I mean, beer has become a global trend.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been around, but craft beer has really
Yeah.
taken in most Asian cities with storm now. So it's a good hobby that we can now make a business out of.
I think we're kind of fortunate in a way where I don't want to say we're old, but then we're old enough to kind of experience, like he's old enough to experience how beer world was before it became cool. And I was able to experience how cooking was before it became cool. Being a chef it wasn't a cool job before. Now everyone wants to be a chef. Everyone wants to be a craft brewer. But, when we started, that wasn't cool. I got into it because I wasn't smart enough to go to real college. So I'm just really good worker. So, and then cooking takes a lot of work. So I was good at that. So then that's how I started. But then now the whole cooking thing has exploded and everyone wants to be a chef. But I think because I was able to build that foundation of hard work and the fundamentals of cooking.
Question: how do you advertise your Mikkeller bar?
That's actually a fun one, because Mikkeller don't advertise globally. It's a pretty big company with 37 locations now. They have a brewery in Copenhagen, a brewery in San Diego, and they're opening a brewery in New York. They have come this whole way without spending money on traditional advertising. We do a lot of word of mouth. And what is unique about a brand like Mikkeller is that if you follow them on social media, most of the time it's the one guy who started it all, Mikkel. He is actually, you get an insight into his everyday life, and that's quite different than having a marketing team running your social media. Like, he can take a picture of a piece of pork and post it, and there are 2,000 people who follow, who thinks that's cool. So it's a really different way of, the company has a heart and soul more than just an advertising company. And it's always great to not advertise. You can say many ways because you save a lot of money on marketing. That's one thing. But also when you have a quite unique product in a new market, like craft beer or certain fine dine, you can't force it on people. If you go down to the street and pull in a random person and say, drink this, he will most likely not like it. And then his experience with craft beer is, that doesn't taste nice, I don't like craft beer, bye-bye. So we believe people have to come to us when they are ready to come to us. And of course, we use social media a lot, Facebook, Instagram, to get a presence so people know we are here. But we don't want to make newspaper ads or radio spots or like promoting advertising, please come in and drink our beer. Because the majority of people that would come in for that might not know who we are and what we're all about. And
I'm on exact page with Jacob on that one.
Okay.
What do you want your restaurant to be known for?
The restaurant, so upstairs is more a restaurant, here is more a bar, but the concept is the same. And what we want to be known for, I can say, is the same. We want to be the best at what we do. I'm in the beer business. I like beer. I want to make sure we have the best beers you can possibly get, and we go to great length to import by airplane, to talk to small breweries in US, New Zealand, Denmark, to make sure that we always offer the best possible beers we can in Bangkok. And that is, for me, what is important. And I'm sure you will say exactly the same.
Yeah, it is absolutely right. It's no compromising whatsoever. If you look at it from business perspective, or if we had an investor from an investor's perspective, what we do is probably the stupidest thing. But luckily, he has an investor that really believes in him, or he has a partner that believes in him, and I have partners that believe in what we do, because it is all about just doing your best. And sometimes that takes a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of expenses. It's not smart business, but we believe that in the long run, it will pay off. And so far it has. I mean, Mikkeller's they're blowing up, they're all over the world. Upstairs is doing alright. It's okay.
Can't complain.
So yeah, I mean, that's it.
Okay. Do you work locally or nationally?
I mean, me personally, in the terms of the bar here, obviously it's very, very locally, because it's just a bar, but we also have other beer-related businesses. And Mikkeller as a brand works internationally. But me personally, in context to Mikkeller Bar, Mikkeller Bangkok is of course a very local work, because it's just here.
For sure, because we're not a chain or anything, so we are just right here or at least our restaurant is, so that is very local. But I'm fortunate enough that we are partnered with Mikkeller, so then wherever we go, they kind of recognize us because of Mikkeller. I just went to Tokyo, and then the owners of the Tokyo Mikkeller was like, oh hey, you're the chef at upstairs, and then we had great time, and things like that is because of Mikkeller's international presence, but hands-on local. If you want to make money, go open 7-Eleven. You'll make a lot of money. But but yeah, it's like you said, following your passion, doing what you love, having an impact, in your neighbors and then in the city and hopefully in the country, and as Mikkeller has done internationally, worldwide. And also for me, it's something I'm learning, where as an entrepreneur, every decision you make is very important. There's not a small decision, because a lot of people are depending on you. So it's not just I fucked up. Like, can I say fuck?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You don't just go like, oh, I fucked up, or I'm gonna get suspended. If you're just a worker, right? That happens, and then you move on. But as an entrepreneur, if you make one fuck up, that could lead to your business closing, and then now that leads to your staff not having a job and not having their salary. And for me, that's really important. The growth of my staff. I want to make sure no matter what, they have a secure job, and then they keep growing and learning to become future leaders of Bangkok, Thailand. So that's like the excitement of entrepreneurship.
Okay, so thank you for sharing your experience for us. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
There's a place I go to when no one knows me. It's not lonely.
Finally, anyone who loves to drink, you can come and chill at Mikkeller Bangkok Bar. You can find this bar restaurant at เอกมัยซอย 10 You can get more information and detail by following in Instagram and Facebook, and I will put the phone number as here and you will get more detail. Thank you.
Through your blood, we can tell each other secrets and remember how to love. Da da dum da dum dum dum.